Jamaica's economic reform program, geared towards reducing debt, improving systems and processes, and ultimately growing the economy. Part of that involves keeping the public sector wage bill at an affordable level. To make that happen, public sector workers accepted a wage freeze for the past 5 years.
We do not expect public sector workers to forego wage increases in the coming contract period.
And so in August 2015, government inked an agreement with some of the unions represented by the Jamaica Confederation of Trade Unions JCTU to offer improved benefits to public sector workers. After months of wage negotiations, the government of Jamaica and some of the unions represented by the JCTU were able to reach an agreement, one that represented a compromise between stakeholders.
It signifies the continued commitment of the public sector unions to the economic reform program.
The agreement is for 2 years, commencing April 2015 to March 2017.
The president of the Jamaica Civil Service Association outlines the details of the agreement. He says in year one, workers who get allowances will receive $48,000 more on their salaries each year, and those who do not receive any form of allowances will get $68,000 more per year. For year two, however, a 3% increase will apply to everyone straight across the board. There will also be an increase in allowances such as tailoring, meal, taxi, and refreshment. The death benefit and funeral grant will also move up. And all three categories of traveling allowances will increase.
This administration will never sign to anything that we cannot honor. That's what a very important point to our workers. Whatever we offer you is what we know we will pay and we can pay.
There may be some lag in some areas because some of the items require budgetary adjustment. And some departments might be very slow in tabulating the figures to submit to the Ministry of Finance. But at least the wages component will be effective for the next pay cycle, which is in September.
A timeline for retroactive payments is being worked out. The heads of agreement between the government and some of the unions which form the JCTU has benefits other than the increase in wages.
There will be a fund totaling $45 million for tertiary education grants to children of public sector workers over the 2 years of the contract. There's also agreement for the development of at least one land or housing project for this financial year. 12 items from the previous contract period are still being pursued.
Some of these items include the implementation of the Occupational Safety and Health Act by December of this year and the payment of increments to temporary workers.
We are pushing for pension reform. We have asked that employment in the public sector be more secured, meaning that persons who are now being employed on contract, that those types of employment be eliminated from the public service.
Stakeholders also agreed to a program of voluntary separation or early retirement in keeping with the public sector transformation program.
If they go and the positions become vacant, then we move people around, and then we achieve the same objective by doing that without disrupting people's lives.
Public sector workers will also be receiving discounts on goods and services. A program is also being developed so that workers can redeem high-interest loans for loans at 3% through the Accountant General's Department.
For one worker that I know of, this is going to reduce that person's indebtedness from about $80,000 each month to about $20,000 per month in terms of their payment. That is a $60,000 take-home increase that they are going to be having.
Based on the economic advice that we got and the investigations of our own membership and leadership, we felt that this was the best that could have been afforded in the particular circumstances.
We commit on behalf of the government of Jamaica to personally ensure that every single aspect of this agreement is implemented as we have agreed.
The agreement, if I say so myself, will end up costing the budget more than we had assigned in the budget. On our part, we will have to look at what aspects of the budget will have to be postponed, if not completely abandoned.
This signing ceremony is a culmination of a process of dialogue, mutual respect, consultation, and understanding. I thank our public sector workers who continue to make great sacrifices in support of the economic program for strengthening the Jamaican economy and society.